So, let me tell you why I actually love painting. Hi, my name is Janelia Clement, and welcome to the Teaching with the T. The reason I had created this podcast was because I was being victimized at work, and because I live alone, I needed a way to express myself so that I could reason with what was going on and understand, is it me, my emotion, my understanding, my conditioning, or is it actually the reality? And in starting to record and express myself in this podcast, I would get clarity learning about spirituality and God and understanding how we hear that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, but because we have been so conditioned, we don't really feel the presence of God, yet it's living within us and is we are surrounded by the presence. And growing up in a Christian home, I always question that, like, because I would be in services where the guest speaker would be like, someone here has a headache, and if you are this person, and then I'd know, you know what, okay, I think you're fake, because God is so precise. If God is speaking to you, God will give you everything in the right time with the right person, the clarity you need to move on, because God knows what tomorrow holds. So you can only know how to act, what to do, if you are connected to the source that provides the solutions. Because as a human, you live your life and it's based off experience. When you describe your life, you can only reflect back. You can know where you want to be, you can envision it, but you don't know exactly how the future is going to unfold, right? And I didn't know that it will spiral this far. And in this whole journey, the piece of clarity, let me say, the piece of clarity that I received was this: whatever comes to our awareness comes to us for a reason, because it's a piece to the puzzle of a realization we get later on. And then I got caught up in that, hey, you know what? Maybe I can use this podcast as a source of income and, grow it so that I can share my experience and help others and help the world. And then I started comparing myself to other podcasts. And I thought that I needed to be fancy. I thought that I needed, all this background music. But I didn't completely understand the power of being yourself, of being authentic, of showing up as you are. So if I want to say the fuck word, I can say it because I give that word no power to manifest. You get what I mean? And in spending time with myself, in understanding my thoughts and my actions, I was able to change my words. And I believe in kindness. I believe in kindness. And so, in creating art as an artist, all of these flowers on the outside, I was in flow state. But this is where I started overthinking. This is where I started doubting myself, because you can see this flower. I initially had it, it's beautiful, but then I thought too much about it and I tried to add gold. It's still a beautiful picture, but. And so when you see my flowers, you must remember that it was a reality that I was trying to escape from. And the most important thing is, in order to take this flower to these flowers, you have to trust yourself. You can't doubt yourself, because the moment you doubt yourself, you see what happens. And so you must know you have the potential to create anything out of nothing. But it's your mindset. Your mindset plays a very, very important role, because it's where you think, that processes into how you speak, and that gives a signal to how you act. And if you're not aware of that, you won't be responding to what's around you, you will be reacting to that. And it's so sad, it is so sad, because it is the people with the good values who go through the test. And if you're listening to this and you have put the pieces together, and you know me personally, I want you to remember, go back to that story of Hansel and Gretel, and then remember, whatever comes to our awareness comes to us for a reason, because it's a piece to the puzzle of a realization we get later on.